Hello and welcome. This is We Make Art, and I'm your host, artist and mentor, Sarah Rockwood. You've probably heard this advice before. Get clear on what you want, name your vision, see it in your mind so it can become real. And maybe for a while, you believed that clarity was the price of entry to a life you could love. And that if you couldn't articulate what you wanted, you couldn't have it. That your lack of vision meant you weren't ready, weren't committed, weren't manifesting properly. But what if that isn't true? What if for the creative woman, for the artistic woman, for the intuitive, cyclical, soul-led, magic-soaked humans like us, clarity doesn't come first? What if clarity isn't the gateway, but the gift? What if not knowing is part of the process? That is what I want to talk about today. Because I've worked with many artists over the years, and I've seen this time and again, the shame of not having a clear vision. The fear that if they don't have a 5-year plan or a picture-perfect goal, they're already behind. But I've also seen artists pursue goals they thought they were supposed to want. The book deal, the gallery exhibit, the record contract, the spotlight. They chose dreams like they were checking boxes, never asking if those dreams fit the season of life they're in, or the truth of who they are now. And so they poured themselves into the pursuit. They hustled, they sacrificed, they got the thing and felt hollow. Or worse, they didn't get the thing and blamed their art, blamed their body, blamed themselves. But the problem was never them. The problem was the illusion that certainty equals success. That if you just get clear enough, the dream will come true and all your problems will disappear. But what they really needed was to slow down, to soften, to feel their way, not force their way, to let the mystery be part of their process. I say all of this not just as an observer, but as someone who's lived it. I've chased the wrong vision, not because I didn't care, but because I never paused long enough to ask if that dream was actually mine. And I put so much weight on the achievement of that dream fixing me, healing me, that if I could just make this one thing happen, then it would mean I was okay, that I was good, that I was worthy. All that chasing drained me. It put me in rooms that weren't safe. It kept me trapped in relationships that hurt me. And worst of all, it cut me off from my art. The one thing I was supposedly doing all this for. But now I know better. Now, when I meet the fog of indecision, the quagmire of whether to go north or south, I don't fight it. I welcome it. I sit with it and I ask myself, what is it trying to show me? What does this moment of indecision ask of me? Because now I know the difference between striving for clarity and being present enough to let clarity find me. I don't make vision boards anymore. I make vibe boards, beautiful collages of how I want to feel in my body, my soul, my art. because I'm not manifesting a specific career milestone or aesthetic lifestyle. I'm manifesting a deeper connection to myself, a way of being that expands me, that lights me up, that allows my full, unfiltered self. And then trusting that from that place, that sacred home, abundance will find me. And that kind of experience doesn't arrive all at once. It reveals itself through process, through presence, through peace. Can you be at peace with where you are on your journey right now? Bumps and all. Because here's what I know about the creative path. It often begins in fog, thick, quiet, alive. And when we force it to become something too soon, we rob ourselves of the most sacred part, the becoming. There's a quote by Lao Tzu that I keep on a Post-it note on my laptop. And it reads, "Forcing the project to completion, you ruin what was almost ripe." So let life become the canvas and find the brushstroke in the ordinary. And meaning, true meaning, arrives not through the goal, but through the intimacy we build with our own process, with ourselves, as the goal unfolds. So if you're in a season of uncertainty, and you're not sure what's next, and you're not sure what you want, and you're not sure where your art is leading you, let this be a gentle reminder. You are not failing. You're in a creative gestation, a sacred unfolding, and clarity will come. But not because you forced it. It will come because you've lived into it. And if you want support reconnecting with that rhythm, if you crave space to explore what your body, mind, and spirit need as they navigate making art and living in the world, I invite you into creative wellness. It's a journaling experience I created for women who've been holding it all together for far too long, and who are finally ready to come home to themselves and their art. No timelines, no rules, just a place to begin again. You'll find the link in the show notes. And if it resonates, I'd be honored to hold space for you. So until next time, keep making art, whether or not the vision is clear. Your process is the point, and your rhythm is sacred. Until next time, bye.